The dawn rose brighter than ever. Clouds shimmered gold and pink, and the world of blocks seemed at peace again. High on the ridges beyond the grove, Steve, Alex, and Andy followed the golden trail that the map now revealed. Each fragment they had found, fire, ice, life, and the abyss, pulsed together in rhythm, glowing like a heartbeat. Alex's voice was soft. The map says, "This is the last one." Andy leaned closer, squinting. "What's it called?" Steve answered quietly. "The Resonance." He looked toward the horizon, where a mountain of light pierced the sky. At its peak, the air itself shimmered and sang. The trail wound through fields of every biome, forests, deserts, snow plains, and lakes, all glowing faintly as if alive. Wherever the trio stepped, nature responded. Flowers turned their heads to watch them pass. The rivers gleamed brighter. The world was remembering. As they climbed higher, small fragments of light drifted through the air, like stars returning home. Andy tried to catch one, giggling as it danced away. Alex smiled. "They're drawn to the same energy. It's calling them back." Steve nodded, but his gaze was distant. He could feel something. Not danger, but destiny. When they reached the mountain base, the sky had turned crystal blue. The ground vibrated softly beneath their boots, not with tremors, but with music. A low hum resonated through the stones, echoing up the cliffs. It wasn't random. It was harmony, deep, ancient, and alive. "It's singing," Andy whispered. "No," Alex corrected gently. "It's remembering its song." Steve stepped forward, placing his hand on a glowing rune carved into the rock. The mark on his arm flared to life. And then, the entire mountain awakened. From every direction, beams of colored light burst into the sky. Red, blue, green, gold, and white. They spiraled upward like music turned into motion. Each beam pulsed in rhythm, forming chords in the air. The fragments began to orbit Steve, drawn from his body like notes from an instrument. One by one, fire, ice, life, abyss, rose and aligned above him. A faint voice, neither male nor female, echoed in the wind. "When all sparks unite, the world will breathe again." Alex looked up, tears in her eyes. "It's beautiful." But then the light flickered. Dark clouds began to gather above the summit. The harmony wavered, replaced by distortion. A cold, broken note pierced the sky. From the storm, a shadow took form, twisting, alive, and hungry. It was the remnant, the echo of imbalance. Everything the world had lost before the creation fragments were found. It descended like smoke, swallowing the light. "So much order," the remnant hissed. "So much peace. Yet all things returned to chaos." Steve stepped forward, sword drawn, the fragments circling him. "You're not chaos. You're the silence after the song. But this world still has music." The remnant roared. The ground cracked beneath them. Lightning ripped across the mountain. The fragments clashed mid-air, light and shadow colliding in bursts of color. Alex raised her rune book, symbols spiraling outward. "If it's resonance it wants, we'll give it one." Andy lifted his lantern, its white light merging with hers. Steve charged forward, his sword glowing with every hue of the fragments. The remnant lashed out, shadows forming giant hands of stone and smoke. Steve sliced through one, spinning, leaving trails of color behind. Alex's spells struck the others, turning their darkness to glass. Andy threw his lantern's light forward. It exploded into a wave of melody, pure and bright. The mountains sang, then silence. A single tone rang clear, rising from deep within the earth. The fragments hovered together, trembling, vibrating in unison. "They're fusing!" Alex shouted. Light enveloped the summit, not harsh, but soft and infinite. The remnant screamed as it was pulled inward, dissolving into particles of shadow. When the glow faded, Steve stood at the center, the sword now transformed. No longer metal, but pure crystal, glowing with every color of the world. A voice spoke, calm, familiar, warm. "Creation and chaos are one song. You have taught the world to listen again." The mountain's heartbeat steadied. Light cascaded down its sides, flowing into rivers, trees, and skies. Forests grew greener. Snow melted and shimmered. The oceans glowed faint gold beneath the clouds. From every corner of the realm, life began to hum. The fragment's energy spreading balance once more. Endy looked around in awe. "It's singing everywhere." Alex laughed softly. "The world's alive again." Steve smiled, lowering his sword. The crystal light within it dimmed gently, becoming part of him. "No," he said quietly. The world remembered its voice. The trio descended the mountain as the first morning rays touched the land. Behind them, the mountain still glowed, a gentle beacon in the sky. Endy yawned, smiling. "Do you think there'll be another adventure?" Alex chuckled. "There's always another story, somewhere waiting to be found." Steve looked up at the horizon, where the sky was brighter than ever before. "Maybe next time, someone else will carry the song." He placed his hand on his heart, and the faint hum of resonance answered, echoing softly, like the memory of a song that would never end. Cue gentle Minecraft piano, birds begin to sing, and the camera pans slowly toward the sunrise, the creation adventure complete.